Good morning, everyone. This is ELIO Piedra, and you are watching Morning Coffee with ELIO. You know I'm excited. Every morning I'm excited because every morning is an opportunity, yes, to be grateful for. And today we're actually releasing our brand new segment, Artist Spotlight of the Day. We're gonna be live from Switzerland. Yes, with an amazing artist. And talking about music, artists, sounds, arts, I have an amazing friend of mine that he's a great musician from Venezuela. We're going to be promoting his most recent production that is called Los Rasgos. Just stay right there because Carlos Garcia will join us after this. Get up, baby, this morning. This is ELIO Piedra. Another morning means another coffee because this is Morning Coffee with ELIO. This is going to be a great day. We have a fantastic guest. And the wait, it is over. And I am here with my friend Carlos Garcia. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, Elio? Man, it's a pleasure being in your show, man. Finally. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I am super excited to talk about Los Rasgos, about everything that you've been working on for the last year. You know, you spent a whole year, well, I think actually over a year working in a project of beautiful songs that I know, you've been working and inspired also by your mom and beautiful stories. And we wanna hear all about it. So, Carlos, talk to me a little bit about your music career. You coming from Venezuela and starting your music career here as well. So, talk to me a little bit about that.
I moved to the United States in 1996, in the winter of 1996. I came here like any immigrant, like yourself, looking for a better opportunities in the country and worked my way up. So, ended up actually in Chicago, and I did a bachelor's degree in digital multimedia. I always kept doing music on the side. Music for me has always been with me since about 13 years old. So, but I actually did not start composing until recently. So I actually did a lot of graphic work. When I first moved here and got my degree, and I taught for a while, and then recently I did that production that you actually did my drums for me. So you actually did a good job for me in several songs. So lucky enough to have you play the drums.
Oh no, it was an honor. I mean, it's a great production. So, why Los Rasgos? Why the name Los Rasgos? I wanna know why that name.
Well, Los Rasgos really comes from the word in English. You can translate it to traces, footsteps. So in Venezuela, I just played a lot. Actually, in Venezuela, we were called just Rasgos, and we mostly were a cover band. So we did a lot of covers. We played, around the city, certain places, parties, clubs, things like that. And I always had in mind, writing original content. So basically, the name comes from that, just basically following a path, a steady path of struggle and fun and music. And then Los Rasgos sort of came from that.
That is awesome. But why you have a mix of ballads with pop? You had a big influence of pop.
Yes,
I could say the Beatles as well. So, right?
absolutely. I'm a huge Beatle fan, a huge Beatle fan. Uh, so I mean, I've been influenced by the Beatles for sure. Like you said, pop. I would say U2 is another big influence for me, and regular classic rock from the '60s, '70s, '80s, '90s. You know, little bit of everything.
So, for example, this song that we are enjoying right now, it is a song that you have a special guest. Who is this person?
So for this song here, which is called No Te Entiendo, which is translated into I don't understand. I was lucky enough to have Pedro Castillo. He's actually from Venezuela as well, and he was one of the frontmen from a band called Aditus, and they were pretty big in Venezuela in the '80s and '90s. And he actually recorded the vocals and the harmonies for this song.
That is awesome. What about this one? Yeah, this one is it's kind of like bossa nova, right? Like Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, interesting that you got up because I do listen to a lot of bossa nova, a lot of it. And so in this one, it was actually an acoustic. And so I did have a lot of acoustics, cajon, which we actually recorded the cajon for this song. And Joel Frank, he did the vocals. He's an amazing vocalist. He's a friend of mine, and he was featured in this.
That is awesome. And how long it took for you to have the whole production, the whole album? When you say, okay, I have all the songs that I need, so now let's go to the studios and let's make this production. Let's bring it alive. So how long it took for you to compose all the songs?
So I would say I started really into it around 2015, 16. That's when I started writing. Writing the songs, putting the songs together, trying to figure out, what instruments to go where and things like that. So I would say probably 2016, 17. I went in the studio in 2017. That's when I first started with my first EP, which you were part of it. I was
That
lucky
is
enough to.
Oh no, it was my pleasure. It was my honor. That is a beautiful song that you actually composed for your mom.
Yes.
If you could expand a little more on that.
Yeah, it's called Mother, and it's available on the website. Anybody who wants to listen to it, my song is called Mother, and it is a song that I wrote for her in memory of her, and she passed, a while back from cancer. So I always meant to write something for her, but it happened after she left us. So I know she's listening to it, and it was basically made from the heart for her. So it's a beautiful song. It's mostly a ballad, and it's actually recorded in English, which I'm planning actually to do it in Spanish, since actually she only spoke Spanish. So it makes more sense for that song to be in Spanish. But it's actually available on my website, losrasgos.com.
That is a beautiful song, and I encourage you that are watching to go right now to losrasgos.com and enjoy this beautiful song. I know your mother, will be very proud of you, brother, because that's an amazing song. Yes. There is another song that I really like that is called "This Place," right?
Yes.
All right. What is the story behind this song?
Yeah, so this place is basically the first song that actually I wrote. So it is basically taking me back home to Venezuela, where I was having a great time back in the '90s, early '90s, and it's just a song that reminds me of that place, back then, where there were a lot of things happening for me. Mostly personal, meaning that a lot of friends, a lot of going out, family gatherings. So it was a very pleasant moment for me in my life. So that's where that song came from, basically this place.
So, Carlos, talk to me. What is next for Los Rasgos? What is next in your musician career right now? I know you're working. You've been working with Berkeley, actually getting your a degree on your sound engineer career. So, talk to me a little bit about all of this.
So what's next is happening actually as we speak right now. As you said, Berkeley. I just got accepted into Berkeley. I'm doing a master's degree in music production. So it's been fantastic. I've been having a lot of great time, making a lot of connections there, and the instructors are just amazing, amazing, amazing. So that's gonna be the next 2 years for me. I'm really doing it part time right now. So, like I said, it's just great. Great. Right now, I'm taking one class, and it's just fantastic, fantastic experience. I'm also just sort of building my studio, which I already got it completed in the back here, and I am going to be recording, producing artists, of all walks of life. And anybody interested, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you.
Yes, yes. So, what is the name of the studio?
It's gonna be Los Rasgos recording.
Awesome. And Carlos, if I ask you, what is your biggest dream as a sound engineer?
Right. Well, my biggest dream really is to work at Abbey Road. Who doesn't want to work there, right? Is that
Okay.
It's the dream studio for not only to record there, but to perform there and to record my own music. It would be a dream come true, and you never know, it might happen. It was a dream
Yes.
for me to actually be Berkeley, and now I am part of the Berkeley family. So we'll see what happens. I'm positive.
That is awesome. And what are you still working on on new songs, new productions for?
Yes, so I am working currently one song that I've been working for that song for now maybe a year or so. I've taken a long time on this one. I think this one is a quite special song. It's called Volta, Volta, and it's sort of like smooth jazz groove. It has a lot of jazz background and bossa nova, and it's all it doesn't have any lyrics. So most of the things that are happening are within the instruments that I'm bringing in. So I will be calling you, of course, to do the drums for that song. And, it's got a lot of different interesting ideas and sounds, sort of kind of different for what I've been doing in the past. So a little bit, I'm exploring the different sounds and rhythms.
That is fantastic. I mean, we're looking forward to hear that project as well. And I am very happy that you are here with me this morning because I'm about to share with you another of the new segments that I have of the show. That is this one. And I know you're going to like it. It's when I am going to introduce you, my friend, live from Europe. So let me tell you guys. So this segment is called Artist Spotlight of the Day. Yes. Here is where, I am asking artists to send me your material so we can keep supporting live shows. We can keep supporting, sound engineers, anybody, because these times are difficult. And COVID-19 has been devastating for everybody. And this is the reason why we're bringing you a new segment that is called Artist Spotlight of the Day. Yes, here at Morning Coffee with Elio. Right now, we're going to enjoy Charles Luis, an amazing singer, okay, from Switzerland. He's Cuban, but he's living in Europe, and he's bringing you this beautiful song that is called Dos Locos. Here we go.
Si tú me miras, también te miro. Si tú me tocas, también te toco. No me queda de otra nana. Yo sé que si tú me provocas, mamá. Si tú me besas, yo a ti te beso. Si exageras, yo a ti te dejo. No me queda de otra nana. Yo sé que si tú me provocas, mamá. Somos dos locos somos. Enamorados de este amor, enamorados de este amor. Somos dos locos. sé que en tus caras hay fantasías. No me queda de otra nada que vivir esta aventura loca. Y si en la cama tú me dominas, voy a hacer todo lo que me pidas. Si es mañana y te animas, y este momento se repita. Somos dos locos, dos locos.
And that was Charlotte Luis live from Switzerland. Thank you so much for, always sharing your content, your amazing songs with Morning Coffee with Elio. He's a great friend of the show. And we're back with our guest today, Carlos Garcia. So what do you think? How you like this song?
Very catchy, man. Very, very good song, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be checking that out later.
Yeah, I need to get you in touch with Charles. We used to we went to school, the school of music in Cuba together. He used to be a trumpet player. He's a very good musician, but he always wanted to sing. And well, now he's actually doing amazing things in Europe. And we're expecting to have Charles in the United States after COVID-19. So we'll see with that. I gotta tell you, we have a segment for you that you don't know about it. It is a surprise for you. So be ready. Hopefully you are ready for this one. Awesome. So Carlos, talk to me a little more about how you got into Berkeley. What is the process for you to actually go to Berkeley or apply? How that happened?
Well, it was actually sort of something in the back of my head. I always wanted to go back to school, and I knew I wanted to do music production. I just didn't know where, whether there's certain financial obstacles at the time. So things got sorted out, and I of course wanted to go to Berkeley. I mean, every musician, I think Berkeley is sort of like the goal. I just went through the application, which was pretty lengthy. A lot of things that they were asking and requiring for me to submit, which I did. And then I went through sort of a panel there, and they decided to select me into the program, which they let you know via a letter and things like that. So it was a very happy time for me, or moment, to find out that I got accepted. Not only that, but you actually have to keep up with the program. It's not that you got accepted and that's it. You really have to show on a ongoing basis that you want to be there and that you want to earn that seat. So it's a very challenging program, but you learn a lot.
Awesome. And what are one of the things that you need to show them, so they can say? Mm-hmm.
Well, you need to show them your music career. What have you done with your music? Have you recorded your own music? Have you collaborated with other artists? Have you done things that are place you sort of in the public domain? Things like that they want to see that you're doing. And also, ultimately, what is your main instrument? In my case, my main instrument is guitar. So they do want to see your guitar work, to see where you are and things like that. They do want to hear your music. They want to hear you play. They want to hear your passion. You have to have a passion in music. So it's a program that is mostly producing music, recording artists, but also you have to be a musician. So what is it that you're bringing into the program as a musician? Because if you're not a musician, more than likely it's going to be a very tough place for you to get in. So you really have to be a musician. You have to love music, and you do have to present that to them.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Carlos, you play different instruments. You play bass, you play guitar, you also sing. That is
Right.
great. So, do you think that being able to do all of this stuff actually help you? It has been helping you to become a better sound engineer?
Yes, and that's a great question, Elio. Actually, a great question that actually we were actually discussing just that. Um, when you play different instruments, not only will it help you to get things, to get into a song and to complete it faster, but it saves you time and money. I mean, let's be honest. When you can play the guitar and the bass, that means that you don't have to hire those musicians, that you can cover if you play well enough, and you can complete that. So yeah, it definitely will help you. Not only that, but it will help you. Let's say you're actually working with a bass player or with a guitar player. You understand the instrument, so you're able to help and provide both technical and creative solutions to that musician. So if they're having maybe a hard time getting into the beat of the song, or sort of stay in the pocket, you understand exactly the struggle, because you, as a musician, you have gone through that, so you can provide that, that assistance there. So as a sound engineer, being a musician will help you just get through the song and help the artist, or yourself. So it helps more when you know the instrument, for sure.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, let me tell you, it is almost time for the next segment, and this is the first time as well for this segment. It's called A Minute to Win It. So in this segment, I need to explain it to you so you know what I'm talking about. This is a game, all right? This is a game of the day. You have a minute to win it. I'm gonna ask you questions about your favorite things, all right? Random words. I say place, you say your favorite place. I say music, you say your favorite music. And we have a countdown. You have only 1 minute. If you complete all the questions, if you answer the questions within the minute, well, let me tell you, you have a free gift card by our sponsor, Miapa Latin Cafe, the official coffee of the show. You're gonna get so you better win. So exactly. So you understand now. If I said color, you said your favorite colors. You said your
Right.
favorite things. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time that we're gonna do this segment ever with the amazing Carlos. Here we go with A Minute to Win It. All right, Carlos. Here we go. Your favorite color,
Green.
sport,
Football.
car,
Ferrari.
flavor, music,
Rock and roll.
artist,
The Beatles.
month,
October.
restaurant, day of the week,
Monday.
movie,
What dreams may come.
book,
The Secret.
hobby,
Playing guitar.
shoes,
Oh, sandal.
ice cream.
Vanilla.
You did it! Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring that energy level all the way to the top. Let's give it up for Carlos. The first time ever that you just won a gift card by Miapa. So you can get a couple cortaditos, whatever you want. That is awesome. Let's thank Miapa, for doing this for us. Thank you so much.
Up and take the Elio.
That was fun, right? That was fun.
On, dude.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, well, now you know the favorite things that Carlos, the things that Carlos prefer. So you leave a comment below and mention your favorite things as well. We're gonna meet you down there. If you have any question for Carlos Garcia, if you need to book a recording session, if you have some recording artists that you know that they are looking to record at a very affordable prices, an amazing studio with everything that you may need, you have it right there. Carlos Garcia with Los Rasgos Studios here in Gainesville, Florida, but available to the world. Yes, because you know these days with we do everything online as well. So, Carlos, I wanna to ask you. We have another segment for you. I have another surprise. Let me tell you. We are actually releasing all the segment with Carlos. I wanna ask you, what do you think it is if you could mention one thing that people seems to misunderstand about being a sound engineer? Mention one thing that people don't understand really well about how to be a sound engineer.
I think the most important thing that I've been noticing is the emotional signature of the song. When I say that, I mean that if you're recording a song that you wrote and I don't know anything about it, the least I want to make sure that I understand your emotional signature. Why did you write the song? So that can be translated sonically into the song with the different instruments that you're using within that canvas to translate it to the audience, and so that we can communicate that emotional signature. And the only way to know that is to ask questions, to know exactly or plan things before the recording happens. Is
Have you
understanding.
ever, yes, have you ever experienced that you go to the studio and you know the sound is not what you've been expecting? I don't know if that happened to you before.
Yes. So in the very beginning, of course, you do have a lot of challenges. I still have a lot of challenges, of course, where you are recording a song or you're recording a guide track, if you will, and you get to the studio, and there's certain systems where you recorded it at home on the software, and you get into the studio and it is on a different software, and things can happen. Certain software will not translate as you have it in your head as you record it in your studio. The best way to avoid that from happening is to know what software are you transferring to the sound files, so that everything is united, so that everything sounds the same, and also be mindful of the tempo. And you as a drummer, you understand that more than anybody, is that if you're recording a song, be very mindful of the beat per minute, and really try to stay faithful to that tempo, so that when you apply other instruments, every single instrument is following that same path and is staying within the tempo, within the pocket, so to speak.
Awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, well, we have a couple minutes to go, Carlos, and before we jump into the next segment, anything that you would like to say to the audience in case they need to reach out, or in case they are actually looking for someone like you, knowledgeable about sound engineering, someone who is a musician, what would you say to the audience?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Elio. I think that you are providing a platform for many people in the community, and I think that's very important. So I definitely want to thank you for bringing me into the show, for inviting me. And beyond that, I think that we need to work together in the community, and I'm here to help anyone, to answer any questions you might have. If you're starting out and you just need some questions answered, or you need to record in a space where you feel comfortable, my studio is, it's open. Of course, we do have this challenge of COVID-19 right now, but wear your mask, of course, be safe. Uh, I wear my mask. I think when you and I work together, we
Yes.
both wearing our mask. So my website is available, losrasgos.com, losrasgos.com. Just send me an email with your contact information. I'll call you and we'll go over that. And like I said, I have affordable pricing, and yeah, we'll go from there. I think the best way is to really enjoy what it is that you're recording, and for me to enjoy it as well and understand your project and help you all the way through.
That is awesome. Okay, so now we're going to the next segment, which is called What Would You Change? Here we go. Alrighty. So in this segment, we're gonna say you have four options, okay, to select one, and then you get to explain why. All right. Here we go. So you have emotional situation, economic situation, political situation, and mindset. If you could, what would you change in the world?
I would say the mindset. Once you change
Nice.
that mindset, everything else changes.
Boom. I love it, brother. I love it. That's it. And do you think mindset can affect the other three situations?
Uh, I think the mind, everything comes from, in my opinion, everything comes from the mind. All the positive changes and negative changes happen in the mind. So I think when you change that, everything is it's sort of like a domino effect. Everything else follows. So everything starts in the mind. How you feel about yourself projects, and then I think if you change that mindset, your political think that will change. The situation, the economy will change, and of course, the emotional situation will change. If you feel positive, you deliver a positive message, um, people will receive that positive.
I totally agree with you, brother. That is fantastic. So, what would you say, Carlos, to someone who is looking to become a sound engineer, and they probably are going to have biggest obstacles than you because you are a musician, you understand better. But what would you say to those to the youth that is looking to become sound engineers or even musicians, singers, songwriters like yourself? What would you say to them?
I think it's important to be honest with yourself first and to understand that this is an ongoing field, that technology keeps updating. Uh, it's just a matter of you what it is that you want to do and what that you want to whether you want to be I want to be a understand that the most difficult environment which happens over the web. You can pretty much have your own album and you can record it at home and you can publish it at home. So the record label situation changed. Now record labels still, of course, exist and they still sign artists. But a lot of the artists that are doing really well, like yourself, ELIO, and many others, are doing it on their own. They don't necessarily need a record label backing them. You now have the tools of digital media, social media, where a lot of the things happen with these artists. So I think it's knowing exactly your path, your passion, loving what you do is very important. Like going back to the mindset, having a mindset of becoming a sound engineer and nothing else will basically take you there. And just be positive and learn. I think it's important for you to learn and to network and learn from others and always be humble. If somebody has the knowledge to teach you something, just absorb that knowledge and use it.
That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Carlos Garcia right there. Thank you, brother, so much for coming out to Morning Coffee with Elio. It's been a tremendous pleasure having you
Thank
here, and we look forward to keep step by step your music and sound engineer career. Thank you so much, and you that are watching, remember to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Yes, we're here at Morning Coffee, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen to Morning Coffee on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and as I always said, stay tuned and stay positive, as Carlos said, and live full. Most importantly, we're gonna see you guys. You know it next time. Here we go. Guys, thank you very much for watching Morning Coffee with ELIO. Yes, we're really looking forward to seeing you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Do not forget to like us and follow us on Facebook and become part of the Morning Coffee with ELIO community. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and live full.